Welcome to my favorite nonprofit radio segment called Nonprofits Care. Their causes are really extraordinary.
Nonprofit organizations serve our community in a host of ways, and yet, until now, there's never been one place to find out about causes that are really extraordinary. It's time for Nonprofits Who Care, hosted by Ralph Grills, founder of My Favorite Nonprofit.
Welcome back to the Experience Pros Radio Show. Thank you again for taking time out of your day to join us for ours. It's time for Nonprofits Who Care. Causes are really extraordinary. Ralph Grills is really extraordinary, the founder of myfavoriternonprofit.com. Hello, Ralph. How are you?
Oh, very good. How you doing, Eric?
We are doing fabulous, and I'm so thankful that you are here and bringing us another spectacular guest.
Yeah, I just love the guests that we bring on. They're all doing some great things out there. Their causes are really extraordinary. Today, our guest is Dean Abrams, and he's with OpenWorld Learning. And OpenWorld Learning is really helping the children with technology. I'm going to have Dean just explain a little more what they do with that.
Thanks a lot, Ralph. It's great to be here. OpenWorld Learning uses digital technology and focuses on developing leadership and really igniting a love of learning in the kids we serve. We focus on 3rd through 8th grade level here in Denver and primarily low-income areas of the city.
Oh, that's excellent. How did this award-winning program evolve?
Well, about 20 years ago, there was a professor out of MIT named Seymour Papert, and he made a very, very interesting discovery. He discovered that not only could kids learn to master computers, but when they learned that, it shifted the way they learned everything. It actually shifted their whole orientation to learning. So all of this material and the basic core curriculum and platform came out of MIT's early learning lab several decades ago.
Well, you know, and we know that the kids have this propensity to pick this technology up. I mean, my son says, "Hey, Dad, you want to play a video game?" I can't handle it anymore.
Yeah.
Can't do it.
Yeah. Well, it's similar to, like they say, if a kid learns how to play a musical instrument, like a piano or something, that their skills in math and everything excels because of that.
That's a great example. In the work that the kids do, if you go into one of our labs and when you look over their shoulder, you may see something as simple as a fish swimming across the computer screen. But what's happened is they've actually written the code to make that fish swim across the screen. Wow. And if you just look at the surface, it looks like, they're just making a fish move. But the reality is they're using computational thinking.
That's right.
Math to do that.
That's excellent.
So, Dean, I have a question for you. With the propensity towards digital learning and what you're doing with OpenWorld Learning, how do you measure the outcomes?
Yeah, it's a great question that's near and dear to our heart. The best way to measure outcomes is always to start at the end. Mm-hmm. So we say, what's our mission? And then we look for the key metrics to do that. And in our particular case, there's research that comes out of Johns Hopkins University around attendance, behavior, course grades. We now have mapped all of our curriculum to what's known as net skills. So we can actually, through pre and post assessment, we can measure true gains and true movement in the advancements of these kids in these different important areas.
So you have a goal at the end in mind, and then you measure how you get to the goal so you can know if you succeed or not.
Absolutely. And the issue of access to data is an ongoing challenging one, but OpenWorld believes very, very strongly that outcome measurement is absolutely critical. Absolutely.
That's excellent. So the donors that donate to you could actually see what their results are from their donations.
Yeah, there's two reasons we measure outcome. We measure outcome, obviously, so we can demonstrate that to donors, and it helps with fundraising, but we also measure outcome because it informs our own program and curriculum. We can improve the quality of what we do through that feedback loop.
So you know how to adjust the program so that you can say, we need to do this better here, or what have you. Very cool.
Absolutely.
All right. Well, then, how does OpenWorld Learning benefit the community? What is the community impact of your efforts?
Well, that's a great question, because we go from the notion of outcome to impact. And these kids in this area are the ones that grow up and typically work in this community. And the reality of everything around this is that these are the leaders of tomorrow. And when you have a kid that loves to learn and they're engaged and they're confident, that only benefits the community, because as they grow up and move into this community, they become more productive and happier.
Excellent. Do you have an event coming up that the public actually can see what your organization does?
We do indeed, and it is free to attend. It's open to the public. It's called the Colorado Tech Fair, and it's on May 12th at DU's Noble School of Hospitality Management from 10 a.m. to 2:30 p.m. It features top student projects in computer programming, robotics, graphic design, animation, and game design for elementary and middle school students, and again, open free to the public.
And this is at the University of Denver?
It's at DU's School of Hospitality Management.
And what is the name of the event?
The event is called Tech Fair.
Tech Fair.
Yes, there's actually a website, coloradotechfair.org, and any elementary and middle school students that want to participate, they do not have to be OpenWorld students. It's open to all 1st through 8th grade students to participate. They go to coloradotechfair.org, and all the rules and the information about registration is all posted on that website for them.
Very good. And so what is OpenWorld Learning's involvement with the Tech Fair?
We sponsor it. Our goal is really the advancement of STEM-related, science, technology, engineering, and math-related literacy skills among the students in Colorado. And this isn't limited to all students, but we are the sponsors of Tech Fair, and we have some in-kind and other sponsors in the community as well.
Very good.
Now, if I may ask a little more about the Tech Fair, because I know that the people who listen to this broadcast, many of them have children in that age range, and so I guess what I want to know is, can I bring or not me, obviously I'm a little older than the demographic, but can we bring
you wanted to go, Eric?
Well, you know, I've got a science project called I call it Cup of Dirt. You see, it's a cup, and there's dirt in it.
Okay.
By the way, that's trademark to Brian Regan. I give nod to him for that.
How's that project going for you?
Yeah, well, you know, just give me an F and let me move to the back
what's
of the
the
line.
outcome on this one?
Right. But what kinds of projects do you see at something like this?
Well, there's 5 categories: robotics, game design, animation, graphic design, and computer programming. And any parent who's listening to this radio feed here that wants their kids to participate, go to coloradotechfair.org. They need to register their project by April 2nd on that website, and all the other information's there for them. And it is a blast to go to. It's a blast to watch these kids.
Sounds like it'll be a lot of fun. If somebody wants to get a hold of you guys and get involved, what would they do to do that?
Well, the best way to reach us is all the information's on our website. It's www.openworldlearning.org, and we love to show off the kids. You know, I love coming on this program and speaking, but there's nothing like the magic of seeing what these kids are doing. That's really what it's all about. It's all about the kids.
Yeah, that's got to be the reward, to see the kids really excel.
Absolutely.
And you all work with a lot of inner city kids, as you were saying, right?
Yeah, we work in schools that are Title I schools. They tend to have a very, very, very high percentage of free and reduced lunch. As a result, a lot of them are minority based. I'd say about 80% of our population we serve as minority. And the thing that's fascinating about it is, once these kids get a taste of what it's like to be successful, get out of their way.
That's exactly right. Dean, thank you so much for joining us today and for sharing OpenWorld Learning with us.
My pleasure. It's been great to be here, and thank you very much for having us.
Absolutely.
We enjoyed having you.
And of course, all the guests that you find on Nonprofits Who Care can be found on Ralph's website, myfavouritenonprofit.com, and you've got a gala coming up.
Yes, we do. Actually, on the same date that Dean was talking about, on May 12th, we have a gala over at the Marriott City Center, which we're benefiting Up With People, who do performances around the world, spreading peace throughout the world.
Absolutely. So send the young people down to OpenWorld Learning and the coloradotechfair.org,
yes.
And then the adults can kind of come hang out with us over at the gala.
Yeah, they can go to the gala. They can go to myfavouritenonprofit.com. We can have them register right there and come to the gala, enjoy it. As a matter of fact, Up With People do performances. And what they're doing this year is that their cast actually is going to be in Europe when this gala is coming on.
Oh.
So they're flying back part of their cast to actually perform at our gala, as well as they're premiering new songs that's never been heard before at our gala.
Well, you know, if you want the best in the collaborative efforts of nonprofits and community activists that are making a difference in our area, certainly go to myfavouritenonprofit.com, sign up for the gala, and come join us for a great night of fun. And don't forget to send kids to the Colorado Tech Fair. You can find more information at coloradotechfair.org. We want to thank you for listening to the Experience Pros radio show, where it is our goal, our stated mission, to bring you absolutely nothing but the best in business. Have you fan bragged yet today? Go to our Facebook page, facebook.com/experiencepros. Special thanks to Dr. D from Dental Wellness DC for filling in. Appreciate you, brother.
Oh, love having a good time.
And thanks to Robert Grieve as well, who is not here in presence, but he is here in spirit over at Nyland's Collision Center, nylandscollision.com. Have a great day. Give somebody a kiss because kindness is so simple.